Well, howdy, little buckaroos. It's yours truly, Mr. A, the artsy hombre, out here chilling in the land of Oz, dressed up as one of my favorite characters, the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. And this here is going to be the character we's going to illustrate today, so saddle up. Alright, now, for this project, you're going to need a piece of paper, and you're going to need whatever your writing or drawing utensil of choice might be. You're going to take this paper here and we're going to start off. We're going to turn this horizontal, all right, just like you might see a winder. And we're going to start off by doing what's going to look kind of like a number 8, but we're going to do this a little different. Like we're going to come over here in the middle of the paper and you want to make you a circle about the size of a ping pong ball. Now, thing about circles, a lot of folks try to just do it like all in one swoop, but if you want to do it a nice even circle, you want to do what most sketch artists will do, and that is you want to do just a little bit at a time. Okay, you do a little bit at a time, you can make sure that that circle winds up real nice and even, or as even as possible. So there you got the bottom part of that number 8. We're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing, but we want this circle to be just a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do it a little bit smaller. This is a little trick that a lot of cartoonists use. Make that circle just a little bit smaller right there. And right over here, beneath that 8, we're going to do another small circle. Should be a little bit smaller than this one here. All right? So that's basically how we're going to start this off. We're going to take this and we are going to turn it around over here like this for the rest of, for most of the drawing anyway. Now before we get into here, I'm going to introduce y'all to the concept of the slide, what I like to call the wee slide. So let me show you this example here. So when we're drawing a wee slide, here's what we do. You gotta imagine you're over here at the park and you're going up the steps and you're going to slide on down. Well, the thing about slides is they're not just diagonal, meaning that they just go down like this, perfectly crooked like. They do swoop down, right? Because if they were all like this going straight down to the ground, you'd be landing real hard on your booty, right? We don't want that. So we want to kind of swoop down. So we're going to take your writing utensil. I'm just going to kind of show this as an example. You want to take that, start off at the top of that slide, and you're just going to go whee and swoop on down like that. All right, we'll do that again. Let me show you again here. So it's going to go whee. So this line just kind of swoops on down. It's also very important that you say we as you do it. All right, so going to put this here aside and we're going to go back to our drawing we got right here of our Tin Man. Okay, so remember we've got this paper like this. We've got the sideways 8 over here to the left. We got that small little circle that we made there, right? So we're going to do his nose using that wee slide, right? So we're going to come over here and you want to start right here between the eyes, all right? You're going to make that wee slide. You want to come on out and it should be sticking out just a little bit past the side of where that eye is going to be. So here we go. Wee! Just like that, okay? And at the bottom end of that little wee slide we made, we're going to do a little oval or like a number 0, right? Number zeros tend to be a little more oval than the letter O, right? And then here at the bottom of that number 0, we're going to do a minus sign. You kind of come back. You want that minus sign to end kind of on the same place there between the eyes. All right. Now we'll go over here. We're going to add us 2 little speck there for his eyeballs. All right, that looked real good. And we're going to come over here right about where we see that middle part of the eye, that iris that we made. Come over here to the bottom of this eyeball, and we're going to make a line that's going to come down and connect it, just like that. Real nice. Okay. Now let's go do our next wee slide, okay? You want us to start off right here, kind of, just a little bit to the side of this circle right here. We're gonna make a wee slide, and it's gonna come on down, come underneath that little nose area, and it's gonna end probably about the same level of where this little line for the eye is. So let me show you. Start off there on this, we're gonna go wee, right, just like that. Kind of swoop on down there. See how we kind of stopped it right there? Good, okay. Now we're going to put a number 7. This is going to form his outer lip, and kind of his chin area. So I'm going to do a number 7. Make sure it's one of them 7s that has the diagonal back, okay? Kind of like you usually see and do. And now we're going to go and do nice big old capital letter L. We're going to start over here. That's going to make his jaw. So start there underneath that circle there. And we're going to make a capital L. It's going to come on down. And you want to get it just to stop right there about the same level as there. Just come on across. There you go. Now we're going to finish this side of his face right here. So look at where your line is here, right? Because you want to follow that. It's going to go behind his nose area here. And we're going to make another lowercase L. Close that off, all right? So now we got us a nice smiley little Tin Man face. We're going to take this and we are going to rotate it around 180 degrees. So that means we're going to go all the way upside down. So we'll take this, we'll turn him upside down. And we're going to be doing his head and stuff. So let's go and have a look over here. So what we want to do is we're going to give him a little bit of a round forehead. We're going to do that with another one of those wee slides, but it's going to be a little wee slide. It's going to be a wee slide, technically. All right, so we're going to do our wee slide right here. Look where you have your eyeball iris right there. Come over here, and we're going to do a little little wee slide. Wee slide. There we go. Just do a little one, all right? Now he's going to have his hat here. Now that hat is like an oil funnel, right? And they used to use that, and I guess they still do, I don't know, to put oil in cars and stuff. Well, we're gonna have that kind of tilted back on his head a little bit. And we're gonna do that with a crooked, large letter Y. So what we wanna do, it helps make things crooked. We're gonna turn this a little bit like this. Now you might notice you could draw a straight line. Do this right. You can draw a straight line from this top corner right here all the way down to this one, okay? You got a nice vertical line. And that's kind of the line we want to follow with this thing. So we're going to make a large capital Y. We're going to start on the end of that wee slide and going to come over here where this little hinge of his jawline is. And we're going to make that Y. We'll actually start off here with kind of a big wide letter V, okay? Come on back just like that. You want to stop right there in the middle of that circle. Don't go over here to the edge, okay? And then, of course, you make your part of the Y kind of coming out just like that, okay? That's good. Now, what we're going to do over here is we're going to put on here kind of an arc or bowed curve, like you might see on a frowny face or a sad emoji, okay? Just do a little archy curve there, connecting that area there. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to use this side to finish up that funnel shape. Let me show you what I mean. You're going to come over here where this V and this line meet on this part of the Y. And we're going to come over here and make a minus sign, just like so. And you want to copy this line here and this line here. And you're going to start off here on the edge where your jaw is. And you're going to come over here and connect to that minus sign, copying this line over here. And then you gotta come over here and copy this line just like that. Now we call them parallel lines, right? Like a pair of L's. Get it? Right? Those are lines that never intersect. And then in there, let's just do a little oval. Kind of finish off the top of his little hat there. You're gonna turn him on around. We're getting pretty close to being done here. Next thing we want to do is we're going to do just kind of the top upper half of his body and chest area. Now that term is called doing a bust, right? We're just kind of doing the upper part of the body, not just his head. So for his neck, we're going to look at where this eye is. That's going to keep us centered. It's his right eye. It's on the left side for us. Go here and drop down here to the bottom of his jawline, and we're going to do a number 11 here. All right? Got your 11. And let's just do a little smiley face, right? Just the smile part of the smiley face, right? And that's good. Okay. Now we're going to come do 2 minus signs on either side. That's going to make his shoulders. And his body's going to kind of be pivoted the same direction that he's facing. So to get that kind of perspective and look going on there, we're going to do a letter O. Actually, let's do a number 0, right? We want it to be a little bit more oval-like, so that requires a 0 sign. And let's just go ahead and go on over here. We're going to Right here on this edge of the zero, we're going to just bring a line, lowercase l over there. And then we're going to come on over, right over here, we're going to put a lowercase l. And since this is his other shoulder, it's on the other side of his body there, we're going to use a backwards capital C. Just do a backwards capital C like that. And then we'll just finish this off with his arms by doing a lowercase l on this side of his body, lowercase l over here. Okay? Let's give him a nice little collar here. I'm just going to copy that smiley face curve. And let's put him a little center line down here. I'm just going to kind of intersect across those two right there. Let's get him a little heart. Yeah, you go find a heart, right? And we know how to do hearts, right? And if you don't, just imagine you're making a candy cane, a crooked candy cane, right? There's your one candy cane. Do a backwards crooked candy cane. There you go. He's happy. He got his heart. Now, the one last final touch is we want to make them look a little more metallic, right? So we're going to add what's called rivets, right? Those are kind of those little bolt-looking thingies when you see pieces of metal that are stuck and secured together. So let's go ahead and look over here. Between his jaw and his eyeballs, we're going to put some rivets. We're going to do some little, ovally like shapes. And what you want to do is you want to make sure they're evenly spaced out. So the trick to that is you want to go ahead and kind of use fractions in a way. So do it like this. Come over here. You're going to put you a rivet there. And then come over here. We're going to be making a vertical line with that, but let's go down close to that jaw. Make your other rivet down here. Now put you one directly in between these two, and that way you can make sure your rivets get evenly spaced. And we can add a few more. I think I'm going to put some rivets right here on this part of his hat, because this part of that funnel is going to be also bonded together, just like a cone shape would be. And again, do either side and then one in the middle to be evenly spaced. I think I'm going to do one here in his jaw, and I think probably this is going to take some more rivets. So I'm going to do some small ones here. I'm going to do one on this corner of the jaw, one on this corner of the jaw, and then between the two, right in the middle there where his neck is, I'm going to do a rivet right there, and then put one in the middle right between both of these two areas. So between these two rivets, put a rivet there. Between these two rivets, going to put one there. And lastly, let's put some right down here on the front, on the other side of that metal seam there. And bam, there you go. You got you a cartoon Tin Man. And that's all the time we got for today, kiddos. I gotta get on in there and find my heart. Hey, once I'm done with that, I could probably help some of you politicians with that. So, as always, keep your hands clean, keep safe and sanitized, and if you're stuck inside with nothing to do, why don't you go online and check out The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. I think you'll really like it. Bye-bye now. Adios, amigos.